Hey, hey! So, something silly that I have discovered since I started recording these videos, and it's kind of ridiculous, but I've noticed that this side of my, whoa, this side of my mouth when I talk goes down a little further than this side of my mouth. And I wonder if that's because I have like a couple of sensitive teeth over here. And so I just kind of like shield them. I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. I just caught myself doing it. And so I was like, oh yeah, this is like an interesting thing that I do. And I find it very strange. So I wanted to point it out because why not? Anyways, things that take up space in my brain, part 14 today. Crazy to think I've made I am making number 14 of these. But this is about the time that I called someone weird. And when I say weird, I would say probably 50% of the time, I don't actually genuinely mean like what the word means. I just use it as, it's just one of those words that I overuse. And I also do it often with stupid. I'm like, oh, that's stupid. I'm so stupid. And when I stop and think about it, I'm like, well, that's not actually what I mean. And so it's kind of the same with weird, where I'll be like, oh my gosh, that's so weird. And I'm just like, okay, but that's not like most people understand what I mean. But, you know, that wasn't the actual word that I meant and intended. And so there was this one time where I was a waitress and one of my regulars came in and we were joking around, and he wasn't my regular, he was just a regular. And we were just joking around and goofing off. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're so weird. And he got very serious and he was like, Stephanie, I've asked you not to call me weird. I have issues with that. I don't like being called that. And I instantly got defensive and was just like, you've never said that to me. Like, and honestly, I didn't remember him saying it. And still to this day, I don't ever remember him saying it before this occasion. So it wasn't that he didn't, it was that I genuinely didn't remember it. And so at first it kind of started out like lighthearted, like, you've never told me that. And he was like, no, I have. I don't. And then I just kind of got like more aggressive and bratty about it and was like, you've never said that to me. Like, how was I supposed to know? And he was like, look, people called me weird, and either at his job or when he was in school, or both, or something. And so he's like, I don't like being called weird. It's very offensive to me. Please don't call me it. And I just kind of got indignant, and I just, murmur, and then I just kind of stormed off. And I wound up coming back later, and there was another regular around, and one of my managers was around. I'm surprised he actually didn't say anything. And so I finally came back out like a few minutes later and just was like, hey, look, I'm sorry. I didn't remember you saying that. I don't remember you having said that, but I shouldn't have acted like that. And I don't remember what all I said, but I do remember that I apologized, and we kind of, we were okay. I wouldn't say we were necessarily like good the rest of that day, but we were at least okay the rest of that day. And so it just kind of has been one of those where I'm like, I have to be really careful. And even now, that's something that I struggle with. And just looking back, I'm like, Stephanie, you got to be careful what you say, because you may say something and not mean it that way, but that doesn't mean that somebody's not going to take it that way. And so yeah, that's still something to this day that I struggle with. And yeah, that's still something that occasionally I'll think about, and I'll think about him and I'll be like, I wonder how he's doing. And yeah, just random things that take up space in my brain sometimes. Definitely a cringe moment where I look back and I'm like, why was I so snooty? I know why I was, but it was unnecessary. I didn't need to act so snotty and but I did. And it is what it is. And I'm happy that this was one of those situations that I didn't just walk away and leave it. I actually like went back and was like, hey, I shouldn't have acted like that. That wasn't okay. So, at least I know that there was some closure there. And I did see him after that, and we got along just fine after that point. So yeah, things that take up space in my brain, part 14. Whatever I said at the start of this video, I believe it was 14. Yeah, I hope you guys are having a great day. Remember to always tell your story, because life is too short not to share your stories. And love you. Bye.